is up, guys? Panther here, and we are back with the finale of the regular season, week 12 of season 3. The Carolina Clefables are up against aDrive and the St. Louis Rampardos. Really excited to bring you this game for a number of different reasons. So, of course, we are playing the man himself, the legend, aDrive, and the St. Louis Rampardos, somebody that I've watched since I got into Draft League format, so very excited to be playing him in the first place. Not only that, though, this is a huge game for our playoff chances. So we are currently in second right now. We lost last week, spoilers, against Crimson and the Detroit Steel Wings. So he is right behind us at 6-5. We are 7-4 currently. So if we lose this game, we're actually behind on differential and have a chance at not making playoffs if we lose. All it would take then is for Chase to beat Lynx, and then he would be in and we would be out of the playoffs entirely. So this game is very tough to prep for. As my season's kind of progressed, I've realized that my team, I knew my team was very fat from the beginning of the season, but I don't have a lot of pop on my team. Really, my strongest hitter is Mega Aerodactyl, and coming off 135 special physical attack, even with Tough Claws boost, isn't really hitting all of that hard. So going up a team like this against Cresselia and Celesteela was very hard for me to prep for, because those two complement each other very well. Then on the offensive side that aDrive has, so he has the Mimikyu, the Mega Houndoom, and the Lycanroc Dusk, all of which give me a lot of problems to switch into. And then he had mons that he didn't bring, like the Staraptor, which hit me very hard. So it kind of forced me to run a certain type of Mega Aerodactyl. I have a bulkier Mega Aerodactyl. It is adamant with a lot of speed on it. I have a speedy, just special attacking Salazzle Nasty Plot. I believe I do have Taunt on there, primarily for the Cresselia. If it wants to try to come in and absorb a hit and then try to Moonlight up, I can Taunt it and take that risk if I want to, risking the Psychic. It does have enough speed on it to outspeed the Mega Houndoom. Same thing for the Mega Aerodactyl. My Nidoqueen is just a modest Life Orb attacking set. It's really hard for aDrive to switch into, to be completely honest, except for the Cresselia. Sludge Wave isn't even going to do that much, but I do have Toxic on there, and that's basically just for the Crest. I have Thunderbolt for the Celesteela, so I feel like I can handle that pretty decently, but Nidoqueen can give me problems to switch into if I can get rid of the Cresselia. I have the Unaware Clefable, and then I actually have a pretty unique Mew set this week that I really hoped was going to put in a lot of work here. It is Nightshade, Taunt, Roost, and Knockoff. So the Mega Houndoom can just come in at any time and just revenge me with the Dark Pulse, basically, if I'm low enough. Just have a little bit of chip on me. It does like 75% outside of Sun. But I figured that I'll have opportunities to just taunt the Celesteela or taunt the Crest, stay at a pretty decent amount of health, and if I can taunt those guys, keep away from that Leech Seed, keep away from that Moonlight, and just Nightshade them down, that was really my best option to hit everything on its team with, to be completely honest. So I thought some type of like stall breaking Mew like that would really be the best bring here this week. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and jump into it here. It's really important for me to I wanted to try to get the Toxic off on the Nidoqueen, the Cresselia early. So I wanted to lead Nidoqueen because I really felt like it was the best anti-lead. If you wanted to lead with the Lycanroc, it had to make a decision. If you wanted to stay in and take a big Earth Power. If you wanted to lead with Crest, I could just go for the Toxic straight turn 1. If you wanted to lead with Celesteela, I could T-Bolt. If you want to lead with Torkoal, I could threaten it out with the Earth Power. So here he does lead with the Torkoal just to get up his Stealth Rocks, I'm presuming, and to set up Sun for the Mega Houndoom. And I go for the Toxic here, predicting the Cresselia to come in, and he actually stays in. So he makes a nice play. Really thought the Crest would come in there just to dodge the Earth Power, but he's able to get his rocks up. And my spinner is Blastoise, but I really have to bring it in on one of the more defensive Pokemon to try to get my spin off and hope he doesn't bring in the Mimikyu. So now he's going to make the good play and switch out here into the Cresselia as I go for the T-Bolt, predicting the Celesteela to come in. I figured he had seen the Toxic, so maybe he wouldn't want to go into it here. But he goes out into Crest, and he's I've revealed my set to him here at this point. So he's off to a very good start. He's got his rocks up. He's got Sun up. He's got the Crest in, and he fires off a Thunder Wave here and paralyzes my Mew. which isn't that big of a deal. The unfortunate thing is it's going to paralyze him as well, so I'm not going to be able to get a Toxic off on it with my Nidoqueen, unfortunately. So that was the only thing really I was worried about there. You know, it is what it is. My Mew's not going to be as speedy as it could be potentially to get that quick taunt off, but it is what it is. We have to kind of play around it here at this point. So now he brings in the monster as I go for a knockoff. I want to try to get rid of the Cresselia's item. So we'll just go ahead and fire off the knockoff here, and he brings in the monster himself. So you're really about to see what a threat that Mega Houndoom in the sun actually is. As we go out here into our fire resist, and yeah, we take rocks damage, so we're at 167. We're going to see Houndoom go ahead and Mega Evolve here, get this nice solar power boost as it fires off a big fire blast. I haven't seen his team builder yet, so I don't know what his spread was. I don't know if he was modest. He is more than likely, though, timid, just to outspeed the Virizion. So he's able to pick me off with the Dark Pulse on the following turn, and that is my Mega Houndoom switch in. That's all I had on my team basically for it, so is what it is here. But I'm able to go out into my Mega Aerodactyl now. I'm going to take rocks, which is unfortunate because it's going to limit me how many times I'm going to be able to switch in. But I can always offensively check this with my Mega Aerodactyl. So he's going to bring in the Celesteela. He's got the Celesteela or the Crest, none of which are going to be two-shot by Adamant Mega Arrows. So I do have the taunt on the Mega Aerodactyl though, but yeah. So fire off the Stone Edge here, and as you can see, that is that's a crit. So you can see how much of a problem this thing is going to be for me, especially since my electric type is Stunfisk. So that's my way of beating this outside of the Salazzle. So yeah, I almost stayed in and taunted there, but I couldn't risk the heavy slam. I really couldn't. So my Mew was my switch into this. Even if you wanted to try to Leech Seed, I wanted to taunt to to just stop him Leech Seeding on the following turns if I switch out and go into anything else, or just trying to protect Leech Seed stall. So go out into my Mew because that was my designated answer for this thing or for Crest. And yeah, so he gets the Leech Seed off. I really felt like that he would go out into the Mega Houndoom again here. And he actually goes back out into the Torkoal first. I was hoping to catch the Mega Houndoom before he's able to reset up the sun here. So he goes out into the Torkoal, and my only option here really is to try to knock this thing out. Now he could obviously go out into the Crest or go out into the Celesteela, but I'm just going to go ahead and fire off the Earth Power here because I want to get this thing gone to limit the sun turns. Because as you can see, Mega Houndoom just kind of gets a kill every time it comes in until I can get rid of it. Because I haven't gotten an opportunity to get up my rocks yet. My rocks are on Clefable, and I'm kind of in the back right now. He makes an excellent double here. I go out into my Clefable as he goes into Mega Houndoom. So he made that double. He knew I was not going to stand in Earth Power again, and he brings in the monster again. So this is exactly what I was trying to prevent with the original Nidoqueen switch. And he brings in the beast, and Clef definitely drops to a Fire Blast in the sun. Definitely. So really, Clefable is only here to check the Mimikyu, and I feel like I can offensively check it with the Salazzle and the Nidoqueen as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and let Clef go down here. As you can see, that's Clefable dropping to that Fire Blast in the sun. That's Clefable. Now I didn't have a lot of Spadef investment, but you know, Clefable's a fat mon, and that just died. So got to go out into my Mega Aerodactyl again here to try to threaten this thing. Now we got some chip on Celesteela last time. Not a lot of chip, but we got some chip on it. So we're gonna go ahead and fire off the Stone Edge here, and we do a good bit of damage. Gets the leftovers recovery. Puts him right back at about 51%. So now I'm going to be brave and fire off the taunt and just pray he does not try to heavy slam me. And thankfully he goes for the Leech Seed. So we stopped that. But the unfortunate thing is that he has the leftovers going. So I really wanted to try to catch those leftovers with my Mew. My Mew's knockoff just to get rid of those those lefties here at this point. So I've gotten to my Mew, and he's going to fire off that heavy slam, and this is a defensive Mew here, and that does quite a bit. So if we get unlucky with some paras here, I could definitely lose my Mew to this thing, and it's my main way of dealing with this, and my main way of dealing with Cresselia. So just in a bad spot. So I'm able to show off the Nightshade here at least. I probably should have knocked first, to be completely honest with you, to get rid of the leftovers. But it's just able to do so much damage to me. As you can see, I'm down to 13. And I'm going to go for the Roost here on this turn, but I believe this is the turn that I do get full parried, as he goes for the Leech Seed. So Mew gets full parried. I do go for Roost on that turn. And I think I died to the Leech Seed here. I do believe I died to the Leech Seed at least. Actually, I don't think I do. I don't think I do, because I forgot I got my leftovers recovery. But I think I'm on like 1. So after this turn, he's at a very nice amount of health. But at this point in the match, I'm in quite a bit of trouble, because now that my Mew is seeded, I can't get to a good enough amount of HP. From the heavy slam plus the Leech Seed, it's doing too much damage to me, and the thing is, if I risk getting full parried one time, then there goes my Mew. So I've got to make a decision here. My Nidoqueen at this point in the match is my only check to the Lycanroc. So what I've got to hope for is that that he doesn't have the Accelerock, basically. That my game really depends on here on this point. I can't sack Salazzle, I can't sack Mega Arrow, because I need both of them to put me in a position to win this game. So I've got to go out into my Nidoqueen here, and that does so much damage. That's put me right into Lycanroc range here at this point. So it's looking very, very, very grim for us. So go for the T-Bolt, does a ton of damage. That's modest Life Orb, Sheer Force, but it still does not knock out that defensive Celesteela. Down goes the Nidoqueen, and that just really, really, really opened the door to Lycanroc there. So we're going to go out into Salazzle here. I believe we go to Salazzle anyways. Yeah, we go out into Salazzle here. And we're going to fire off the Flamethrower here. I definitely run Flamethrower, not Fire Blast, because I don't like to rely on inaccurate moves. We knock out the Celesteela, so we're down 3-5 at this point, but my arrow's chipped. I don't even think it needed chip to die to Accelerock. Salazzle's definitely chipped, but he went out into this so quickly that the Accelerock's just going to be able to pick off the rest of my team here at this point. So defensively, my real defensive checks were Nidoqueen, Stunfisk, and Ferrothorn. But this thing does get access to Fire Fang and Drill Run both. So this mon was incredibly hard for me to switch into. Just incredibly hard. I mean, I could have brought, let's see, on my bench I have a Kyurem, I have Ferrothorn, I have the Stunfisk, I have Virizion, and I have Lanoon. As you can see, my roster doesn't have an answer for this Lycanroc Dusk here, so the Accelerock's just going to be able to finish mowing through my team here now. And yeah, that's going to drop us to 7-5 on the season. So basically at this point in the week, we battled aDrive, we took the loss, and let me go in backspace right here real quick. So good game to aDrive, really good prep on his part. He told me after the match that Lycanroc was one of the first mons that he added, so he recognized how well it did against my team. And that was one of the first mons that he actually put on, and yeah, it just ate me up. So, you know, nothing really I could have done differently, I don't feel like, there in that match. Just, it really just tore through my team. But anyways, good game to him. So, playoff-wise, he clinches the #1 seed in our division, not in our conference, but in our division, which is going to line him up with the 2nd seed in the Melee division, which is Kale. So he'll get the rematch against Kale in round 1. Meanwhile, whoever gets 2nd place is going to play Jacob again, who finished 10-2 on the season and is the #1 seed in that conference, or in that division, I'm sorry. So at this point, we have lost. We're 7-5. So what we needed is for Link's Forte to come through and beat Crimson in that final game, and unfortunately he was not able to do so. So Chase actually ends up taking that last playoff spot from us, and we actually miss out on playoffs now. So unfortunately, we do miss playoffs this season for the second straight season in the APA. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. Just the way that it's formatted has put us out the past 2 seasons. So last season we finished 8-4 and missed. This season we've now finished 7-5 and missed. We actually had the 5th best record overall in the league. Yeah, fifth best record overall in the league, if I'm counting right. Let's see. Jacob and Kyle had a better record. aDrive and Crimson had a better record. I don't think anyone else did, though. I think we beat Elite Four Dan on... Yeah, I think Elite Four Dan was 6-6. We finished 7-5. Oh, Leo. So we had the 6th best record. So we would have finished 6th. Yeah, we had the 6th best record. So there's 3 teams that made playoffs that we had a better record then. So top 8 format, we make it easy. We would have played the 3 seed overall. But unfortunately, with just how the playoffs are set up in the APA, with the top 2 teams in each division making it, we miss out, unfortunately. So definitely me and the commissioners are going to have a long talk about that this offseason, because we got to find a way to rectify that, in my opinion, because, you know, it kind of really messes up whoever gets stuck in the hard division, which, you know, we've kind of drawn the short end of the stick the past 2 seasons and wound up in the super tough division. So a bit unfortunate, but I'm very happy that Chase ended up making it. He stormed back to back half of the season. He really deserved it. You know, we controlled our own destiny. We had the opportunity. I think we lost like 4 out of our last. We were 5-2 at one point. We're 7-5 now. So we went 2-3 the last 5 games. So, you know, all we needed was to go 3-2 those last 5 games and pick up a win against either Mighticus Chase or Mighticus Chase, Kyle, or aDrive, and we couldn't. We didn't take care of business ourselves, so we have no one to blame but ourselves, unfortunately. Here, we're going to talk a little bit more about that in here this week. I'm going to upload a video just recapping our season, basically. So stay tuned for that. Definitely be sure to go check out Dan's channel, introducing Dan like he needs an introduction, but definitely go check out his side of the battle. And I'm looking forward to seeing it myself, and looking forward to seeing the rest of the APA playoffs. Be sure also, if you have not, to go and sub to the APA channel. Very important. Working on currently an awards video for the Mons from the regular season. 16 coaches have went through and actually voted on their top Mons. The APA always awards out different MVPs for the season. Working on that video currently, should be coming in the coming maybe week or so. There's a lot that goes into that particular video, so just be looking for that to come. But what can I say, guys? I had a fun season here in APA Season 3, but we're going to come back better than ever. Season 4. Be looking for it. Definitely going to draft a little bit differently, but don't want to say too much else. Just be sure to check out the season recap here coming out later this week. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw today, be sure to hit that sub button. Leave me some love on the video, at least. Heal my heart a little bit, because it breaks my heart to miss playoffs 2 seasons in a row with such a good record. Really does, but that's the nature of the game, unfortunately. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you.